Hey guys, how's it going? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the weather stripping on an exterior door. This one specifically probably hasn't been replaced for about 15 years, so it's been dried out, it's cracking, and there's a sizable gap at the bottom of the door, which just creates an air draft, whether it's in the summer letting the warm air in, or especially noticeable in the winter when the cold air comes in. Very easy job, and specifically to get this one done, all I did was get a complete door kit, and this is a magnet type, and you'll see how that works. In the description you'll see a link for exactly this product, so you know what I'm working with, just in case it will help you with your repair. So stay tuned. To give you an idea of the damage that we are dealing with, you can see the lower portion here of the magnetic weather stripping is completely ripped off and just stuck to the door. Yours might not be that bad, but a good way to check and see where you have air leaks: one, you can either feel them, or two, if there is daylight on the outside, you will see it coming through, and that will give you an assessment of where you're not getting a good seal. Alright, so starting to remove the old seal, all you really need is a flathead screwdriver. What you're going to do is insert the flathead screwdriver underneath the hard plastic that's up against the wood, and that's to pry away the spline. And you can see you just kind of start at one corner and then work your way down, and then once you have a piece of it actually out, you can use that and then just work your way down. Each one's a little bit unique in terms of how hard it is to get out, but the main thing is once you get it out, you want to check the slot where the new spline is going to go into and make sure there's no debris in there. Okay, with all the old weather stripping removed, now we're ready to start adding the new weather stripping. We'll start with taking the measurement at the top of the door, and if you don't feel comfortable here, I would go a little long, because it's always easier to trim up than if you cut it incorrectly. Once you have the weather stripping cut, just go ahead and start at one end and start to press the spline into the slot provided, and you'll work all the way across until you get it all against the wood. And what you're looking for is a consistent, no gap between the seal and the wood itself. Alright, so the top's done. Now we did the same thing to the other side for the magnetic weather strip. Start at the top, work your way down, pressing in, and again, just making sure that it's consistently against the wood. And then the hinge side is not magnetic, it's just a weather strip seal that you'll place in. Same thing, make sure it's all the way pressed against the wood. And that's it. So we got all the new weather stripping installed, and overall it was a really easy project. Pretty much anybody can handle this one, and it can make a big difference. This can save you a lot of money, and you'll see there's no, we'll do the daylight check again once we close the door, and there's no gaps there. If you like these sort of videos, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, in the description you'll find the link to the weather strip we used, and thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.